What weapons did Vikings use? Have you ever wondered what kind of weapons Vikings wielded during their legendary raids and battles? The Viking Age was marked by a variety of weapons that reflected their culture and needs. Let's take a closer look at these fascinating tools of war. One of the most common weapons was the axe. Vikings used axes for both practical tasks and combat. These ranged from small utility axes to large two-handed battle axes, like the Dane axe. Some of these axes could be as tall as a man and delivered powerful blows. The bearded axe had a unique hook-shaped lower blade, which allowed Vikings to catch shields or weapons during close combat. Most axes had heads made of wrought iron with steel cutting edges, making them affordable and accessible. Swords were another important weapon, but they were often more prestigious and expensive. Wealthier warriors typically owned swords, many of which were imported from Frankish lands. These swords were highly valued for their craftsmanship. Archaeological finds show that swords were often buried with their owners, highlighting their significance. Viking swords were designed purely for combat and symbolized a warrior's status. Spears were versatile and widely used among Vikings. The spearheads varied in length and design. Some featured small metal wings near the base, which could trap or hook an opponent's weapon or shield. These winged spearheads were effective for parrying and blocking attacks. The shafts were usually made from strong ash wood and typically measured around 2 meters in length. Vikings could throw spears or use them in melee combat. Bows and arrows were also part of the Viking arsenal. Archery provided a ranged attack option, complementing their close combat weapons. This was particularly useful during hunting and warfare. In addition to offensive weapons, Vikings used shields for defense. These shields were often round, made of wood, and featured a central metal boss for added protection. Helmets and chainmail were less commonly found in archaeological sites but were used by wealthier warriors for additional defense. From an anthropological perspective, Viking weapons reveal much about their society and economy. The prevalence of axes among common people shows how everyday tools were adapted for combat. This reflects a culture where martial skills were part of daily life. The possession of swords and more elaborate weapons marked social status and warrior identity. Burial finds of weapons alongside the deceased indicate the importance of arms in Viking beliefs about the afterlife. Overall, Viking weaponry was diverse and adapted to various combat situations. It balanced practicality, status, and cultural significance within Viking Age Scandinavia.